Have you been cheated out of money? Also, do you feel you have wasted time and want that compensation for that lost time? Here at Carundrum & Son, we will help you get that settlement that you really deserve. Have you been scammed, lied to, or have been disinformed by this man? You may be eligible for up to $100,000. So call now.
And the answer is quite succinctly no. And how do we know that? Well, for several reasons. First of all, I had access to all those programs, and those type of programs, you don't typically test these type of secret aircraft in and around areas where you're doing active maneuvers. You tend to test them at secret test ranges like Area 51.
If ever there's someone who's really shifted the paradigm for so many, it is Lue.
Lue is a lying, cheating, stealing, not money-making, but will be a money-making dude soon.
Was chosen to be that man. Can you say amen?
Is the sheer magnitude of the infrastructure that has been built out underground and off planet with the help of various ET groups, many of which are highly benevolent and really do want our best interests in mind.
Are you serious?
It's ridiculous. And this is what he wants you to pay him money for.
Thank you for all the shows you go on, making yourself available.
You know, I'm done.
I've been recording and documenting everything that has happened to me for the last 10,000 years.
Are you serious?
What? What?
Too much belief in bullshit in ufology.
It was a classic disc-shaped craft. The years later, there was a report.
Alien life. I mean, my goodness.
Are you serious?
More than a little tired. Because you see, I don't know about you, but I am tired. Like inside of a glass. Then he said to me in our first talk ever, I'll never forget this, because I'm talking to a fighter pilot and I got to talk fighter pilot, and I don't, you know. And he says to me, it noticed me. And I go, what do you mean it noticed you?
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 Corbell.
Well, I'm Pastor Paul Begley, and this is the coming apocalypse.
They don't exist!
What are they doing here? Why? Where are they from? What do they want?
Well, hello. I'm Lue Liesalotto, and I'm here because there's been an awful lot of shit talking lately, right? First of all, Steve Cambion hosted this Manny guy who he did some goddamn movie about me. Who's Lue? We're going to get into that. And there's all these rumors that I will not take hard questions. So for once, I'm going to be forced to take hard questions. And people from the live chat can ask me any questions they want. But first, I have some things that I have to cover, okay? Oh, look at that. Praise the cash. The UFO, I'm a big believer in UFO cash. After all, I left a lucrative government job to go run a UFO grift. I mean, to be a disclosure advocate. Yes. So Carolyn Barnett says, can't stay tonight, but I'll be listening. Thanks, Stephen, for the exclusive interview. Well, it's not an interview. I am guest hosting Truth Seekers tonight. That's right. I'm Lue Liesalotto. You may know me from the History Channel documentary that presented nothing new for, you know, anyway, or from To the Cash Academy. Yeah. Well, thank you, Carolyn Barnett, for your kind and generous donation. And we have Trixie Luce is standing by to thank everybody for their kind and generous super chat donations. Go ahead, Trixie. Yeah, that's how it works here, right? The super chats, Trixie. Thanks, people. Wow, excellent. Oh, they look great tonight. I mean, you look great tonight, Trixie Luce. Thank you, Trixie. So we have to get back to why am I here? I'm Lue Liesalotto, and I'm here because people have been talking shit on me on this YouTube channel. Stephen Cambion said that I go on shows with less than 1,000 subscribers, but I won't go on his show. And that's true. I won't go on his show, and there's two reasons for that. The first is his show sucks. Stephen Cambion sucks. His show sucks. And the second reason is, have you guys seen what the hell happens when UFO people have to answer Steve Cambion's questions? That Theories of Everything guy asked me one of his questions, and I lost my shit. And did you see what happened when he asked Linda Moulton Howdy Doody a question? Or Richard Doe scam? Listen, UFO people cannot withstand questioning from someone like Stephen Cambion, okay? I'm not even going to try to do an interview with Steve Cambion. But I told him, since he talks so much shit, I would come here and I would be a guest host so that I could tell my side of the story. Now, I know my beard looks like glued on pubes, doesn't it? It looks like glued on pubes, but and I'm shedding. Okay, look, you're back to the point, okay? So he let this Manny guy from this Who's Lue documentary about me on his show, talking shit. So you know what I did? I released the Fister Goon Squad on him. And he got doxxed, and people threatened his family, and I think that shit's funny. And so to reward the Fister Goon Squad, I went back on the Fister Goon Squad show, even though I was informed that the Fister Goon Squad had doxed him, threatened him, and harassed him for weeks simply for hosting a show host. But I'm a pussy like that. I'm not going to comment on people doxing my critics. I encourage people to harass my critics. Have you been on UFO Twitter lately? Yeah, that's another thing. People are accusing me of using sock puppet accounts. It's not true. They're not sock puppet accounts. They're my imaginary friends. All right, so the first thing we have to address is this Who's Lue shitty documentary. Tired of this shit. All right, we're going to share this trailer for this shitty documentary. And by the way, that filmmaker offered me many times. He contacted me and said that he would do an interview with me and include anything I wanted to say in the documentary. But I'm a cowardly bitch. I couldn't answer real questions from a real researcher, so I didn't do it. I just sent the Fister Goon Squad to dox and harass that guy and dox and harass his girlfriend, because the Fister Goon Squad got his girlfriend's personal information over fake copyright claims. We copyright claimed this shit down. Well, I didn't do it. The Goon Squad the useful idiots that I have, they harassed the filmmaker and his girlfriend. And by the way, I didn't comment on that. Everybody told me about it. There was all these Twitter threads where I could have said I don't condone that behavior, even against my critics. But I'm a pussy, so I didn't say any of that shit. You know what I did do? I threatened to take this filmmaker behind the barn and beat his ass. Like a storm door in a hurricane, I would have beat his ass. I'm former military. Kept going around on the internet talking shit on me, even though I lie all the goddamn time. And somebody should be asking me hard questions about all the lies, half-truths, misrepresentations, and all that shit that I've been doing for the past couple of years, since to the Cash Academy, right? I mean, you think I want to answer questions about To the Cash Academy and how we promised all those idiot investors a goddamn spaceship? No way, man. I took the money. Go on, get the money and run. That's what I did. I slid right in there to TTSA headquarters, and I got the money, them UFO dollars. I got the money, and then I ran. Right? That's what I did. I'm not going to answer any questions about what could possibly be an investment scam or the misuse of those funds and how everybody that worked there got paid all kinds of money. But those investors, they didn't make it. No, I don't think those investors made any money. But you know what? Fuck them. They were dumb enough to give money to the Cash Academy. Me and my buddy Tom DeLong. You remember him? That guy that all the 12-year-old girls loved, 10 or 15 years ago. He's a UFO researcher, too. He's got special contacts, right? All right. All right, let's see. So we're going to share this. This is fair use. Don't sue me, Manny, okay? Don't copyright claim me. Don't sue me. Stephen Cambion told me I could share your shitty documentary all about me and all the inconsistencies of my story over the years and my fake background and the shit that I didn't. Oh, I can't prove any of the shit that okay. Well, all right, look. It's the Who's Lue official trailer. We're going to listen to some of this shit, and I've got some comments for Manny. Got some comments for you, buddy. All right.
We have tackled many strange stories on 60 Minutes, but perhaps none like this.
Here to discuss, Lue Elizondo, former director of the Pentagon's Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program.
Oh shit, they just lied on TV because the Pentagon said I was not the director. First the Pentagon said I didn't work there at ATIP. Then the Pentagon said I did. Then they said I had no leadership role. Then they said I might have. It's murky.
UFOs have captivated the public interest for decades, but they've always been dismissed, including by me, as the province of wackos.
Yeah,
Lue Elizondo is a former military intelligence official and currently works with the Stars Academy and the History Channel, and he joins us now.
My name is Lue Elizondo. For nearly the last decade,
No, my name is Lue Liesalotto.
I ran a sensitive aerospace threat identification program.
Oh shit, except the Pentagon said I didn't run that shit. And also, I think I lied to everybody and said it was funded to the tune of $22 million. Turns out that was a separate program that I had nothing to do with, so I lied. Oh man, that's why my name. I'm Lue Liesalotto. I lied to the public. I lied to TTSA and my buddies over there, I guess. Maybe I lied to the New York Times, or at least misrepresented some facts and embellished my so-called UFO hunting career. Did you know that there's not one piece of paper or a UFO report that from like a UFO investigation by the government that has my name on it? I love this UFO stuff. Is great business. It's business. I'm doing business. You don't have to have like facts and shit. You just make shit up. It's awesome.
It was in this position I learned that the phenomena is indeed real.
It's real.
And somehow managed to leapfrog
And now as a member of
or
To the
is
Stars
something
Academy.
completely
Here are the
different.
top
I think it's important.
aircraft, apparently, that are moving.
All these losers on Twitter saying I'm lying. Well, I was on TV lying. Were you on TV lying?
Ways that appear to violate physics, that are flying very differently from any aircraft ever
That
observed,
demonstrates
and
that the U.S.
way
government has
faster than
actually
any
been
plane
dealing with this
we
issue
know
for over 70 years.
And
that's a little bit
We don't know.
problematic,
For some
because if we
reason.
say this is foreign adversarial technology, we know that the Russians...
Who's Lou? I'm Lou, god damn it! Wonder how many people watch this movie about me and all my lying. God damn it.
On October 14th, 2017, Lue Daniel Elizondo IV stepped on stage in Seattle, Washington, announcing to the world that the UFO phenomenon was real.
It was in this position I learned that the phenomenon is indeed real.
Yeah, and did you guys know that we called it a press conference, but we were in an empty auditorium and there was nobody there, no press, nobody. Just our girlfriends and our wives. They liked our press conference, our fake press conference.
Lue would instantly rise to the top of the UFO subculture, being backed by a global media campaign, labeling him as a Pentagon UFO whistleblower.
I did blow the whistle on those goddamn UFOs. I blew the whistle on those UFOs, Manny.
Previous to this day, no one outside of the military intelligence community, a few politicians, and a close-knit circle of defense industry contractors had ever heard of the name Lue Elizondo. Very little is known about Mr. Elizondo beyond the biography that is listed on his website at lueselizondoofficial.com. There remain to this day some very serious and alarming unanswered questions about Lue, his background, and his claims. Every piece of evidence obtained in the making of this documentary was located during a thorough search of public records available on the
That's
internet.
my face pubes. You like
While
that,
such
kid?
information is considered public, I have gone to great lengths to protect the privacy of every individual mentioned in this piece, while only including information that is entirely relevant in an attempt to answer the question of, who's Lue? In order to be completely transparent, A full bibliography of original copies of the research material obtained during the making of this film, along with source reference links, is being made publicly available on the website www.whosluemovie.com.
God damn it, he's got a whole website for his movie. God damn it. whosluemovie.com.
Who's Lue?
We're both working from home at high speed internet.
Sorry, 1 second. All right. Here's what I got to say about this Who's Lue movie. All right. First of all, this guy asked some great questions. And that may be why I refuse to be interviewed for a documentary about me and be in that movie. I can't risk it. The questions are too good in that Who's Lue movie. I am not going to start answering hard questions right before I do the big cash out with my book. Did you know my book's coming out soon? I'm just waiting for that Rogan appearance. Then I'm going to drop the book and make a whole lot of UFO dollars, right? I'm here. Listen, people question my sincerity. I'm tired of this shit. People questioning my sincerity. I am here for the UFO dollars. It's all about the UFO dollars, friends. That's why I'm here. And I am going to cash in. I got a book to sell. And all you nerds on the internet finding all these inconsistencies in my story, you're screwing up the grift, okay? Everybody's supposed to believe that I worked for the Pentagon investigating UFOs, even though I can't show you a single, UFO report or shit I actually investigated. No, the truth is I sat at a desk, and investigating UFOs was never my full-time responsibility or job, even though I told everybody or led everybody to believe that my full-time responsibility at the Pentagon was investigating UFOs. That was bullshit, but it makes for, look, you got to have a good backstory if you're going to sell UFO books and shit. Okay? I learned from Nick Pope. All you got to do is work for the government, and then you can lie and say, oh, you did all kinds of shit with UFOs for the government. He did it with the British government. I did it with the United States government. Okay? What I really did at the Pentagon was sit there at a desk. Okay? Once in a while, I declassified some UFO videos, and then I don't know if it's unethical or illegal, but we ferried them out to Christopher Mellon. Nobody knows how that happened. He was waiting in the parking lot to get those UFO videos, even though they don't prove shit. It's great business. So we ferried these UFO videos out of the Pentagon. I declassified them. I had that much juice and authority, right? Somebody took them out to Christopher Mellon out in the Pentagon parking lot, but nobody knows how he got them, right? But he said we bent the rules. Yeah, we bent the rules. We want to make some UFO dollars. God damn it. You can't make UFO dollars when you're a government employee unless you bend some rules. And maybe somebody should investigate that shit. Because after all, me, Christopher Mellon, Tom DeLonge, and others made all kinds of money off of that government property, those 3 videos, even though they don't prove shit. All right. So there's a lot of other critics. First of all, I just want to say that I hope Stephen Greenstreet gets hit by a truck and dies, because that guy's always asking questions, right? Mick West can suck a dick too. Steve Cambion, I hope he gets butt raped and murdered. Rich from Goofon, that sumbitch. Listen, that sumbitch, I'm going to take him behind the barn. He threatened me to a boxing match. I'll beat your ass like a storm during a hurricane, son. I was in the military. Rich from Goofon better shut the hell up. Goddamn questions. Mr. Third Phase of Moon, he should shut the hell up about my UFO con grifting. All right? He's hanging out with Third Phase. Not a leg to stand on, right? All right. But lately I've noticed on Twitter that there's these two other guys, the Steve Long character. We're going to share some of the shit he's talking. Shit talkers. Shit talkers on the internet. I'm sick of these shit talkers on the internet. Well, first, we'll go to Steve Long's Twitter first. This is fair use. These are public Twitter posts. Wait a minute, I got to do this again. Make sure that I got the audio, because he's got a video of me lying. Well, listen, Steve Long, I'm Lue Liesalotto. Of course, you're going to find a video of me lying. I mean, what do you think? Think I'm going to... Jesus. But he got me. God damn, this Steve Long guy, you got me good on this lie. This is a big lie. And he's blasting it all over Twitter for people to see it. I'm going to send the Men in Black to talk to him. Oh, let's share this. He says here on, let's get the post. Here, Steve Long, at UAP or SAP. Here, on day one of going public, Lue Liesalotto, steals the story of OSAP, an actual prior program which did receive such a contract for $22 million, and claims it to be his story of ATIP. Not much transparency, credibility, or truth in that. And he's sharing this from that clown Stephen Greenstreet. Look, just because he's got a real journalism job, he works in the goddamn basement office. Nobody cares what he says. This freaking Steve Greenstreet's always sharing this shit, making me look like an asshole.
Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, ATIP. And some of the documentation that has come out, not from me, that was authored by members of Congress, you will see quite clearly back in 2009, it is indeed called ATIP, Advanced Aerospace. Now, this is the contract focus for ATIP. Pretty heavy stuff. No, we weren't.
Turns out all this shit's fake.
No, we weren't looking at drones.
Turns out, yes, we were looking at drones. The whole point of ATIP was to identify drones, right? And threats. It wasn't about aliens. It wasn't about flying saucers or spaceships. It was mostly about drones. So here I am, and Steve Long, and Stephen Greenstreet, and Steve Campion. What's with all these goddamn Steves? They all are sharing this shit on Twitter, making me look like a dumbass for lying through my teeth on the very first presentation I gave.
We weren't looking at aircraft. This is real. This is what your $22 million worth of tax money was spent on.
Oh no, they got me lying again, because ATIP, the program that I claimed that I was ahead of, or at the very least I was a part of it, they didn't get the $22 million. A different program called OSAP got the actual $22 million. My program was unfunded. So basically, it was just a hobby. That's right. It was just a hobby. Oh, shit. These guys made me look like a dumbass. And then he's got more. He's got more, this guy. Got more. Here we go. Look at this one. Steve Long, you son of a bitch. He says, none can deny that Elizondo and ATIP were promoted as, one, former ATIP director, now former Pentagon official. Well, yeah, Steve Long, I got caught lying about that. So now I have to walk that shit back. And now I just say I'm a former Pentagon official. I don't say I was the ATIP director no more, because all you nerds went on the internet and filed your FOIA request. Oh, that's another one. This freaking John from the Black Vault. Yeah. I hope he gets stung by 8,000 bees and dies of bee venom. A slow, horrible death. He keeps filing FOIAs and making me look like a dumbass and a liar. And I'm sick of that John from the Black Vault and the Stephen Greenstreet. All these goddamn critics on Twitter. Okay, let me see. An official program. Now it's an unofficial portfolio. Yeah, got me lying again. Funded. Initial claim, $22 million. Now, I have to admit, it was unfunded. And Steve Long says, such misrepresentations show lack of credibility and transparency. And then we get into this other guy, Jack Brewer, who's talking shit on me. You're going to have to bear with me for a second. All right, we're going to go to Jack Brewer. This other guy on Twitter's talking shit on me. And I got something for you, Twitter people, talking all that shit. I got something for you. We're going to get into it. Jack Brewer on Twitter. What's this clown saying? Well, he's sharing the same thing. More context on Liesalotto Elizondo representing ATIP to be an officially funded project prior to being walked back as a portfolio. Anyone even remotely sincere is aware the project was wholesale misrepresented repeatedly. They were selling as much as we'd buy. Well, shut up. Why don't you shut up, Jack Brewer? Why are you talking shit on me? Even though it's the truth. God damn it, this guy Jack Brewer's got me by the balls. And Stephen Greenstreet and John from the Black Vault and this Steve Long clown. I'm going to read more from this Jack Brewer. It says, anyone willingly ignoring that ATIP was mischaracterized and misrepresented for some 5 years now walk back is simply being disingenuous. It proves them unworthy of meaningful discussion. Oh, man. I'm tired of this shit. Oh, man. I'm going to share this, too. Goddamn Jack Brewer, you son of a bitch. Telling people the truth. You guys are all going to screw up my book sales, okay? I'm sick of this shit. I got a book to sell. And you guys keep on screwing up, telling people the truth when I lied through my teeth. I don't got dough scam teeth like Richard Doe Scam or fake teeth like David Wilcox. Okay, let me see. He says, Elizondo Liesalotto is an unreliable narrator. So are most associated with the evolution of the OSAP story from SWR forward. This means assertion should be verified prior to publishing as fact and that reporters collectively strayed from the process. There should be no debate on this. Wow. And then we got this Steve Long again. Steve Long again. Fuck that guy. Steve Long is here again, telling people the truth about my lies. Look at that. He says, Bender and others' anecdotal testimony of the kerfuffle is that we feel we were misled early on about the details of ATIP, purposefully by Elizondo, that's me, Liesalotto, and company, and that Elizondo strategically buried OSAP. That's because I stole the story of ASAP and pretended that I was involved in that one when really it was some other bullshit volunteer, not a real program. You can't find any paperwork. I am such a good liar, but these assholes on the internet keep on catching me with these lies. I'm sick of this shit. Look at this. Who's this guy? Brian Bender. For one, I feel like I was misled early on what ATIP really was and wasn't by numerous knowledgeable sources. Purposely misled. Well, come on. Come on, Brian Bender. I'm not going to sell a lot of books if I just say I was a desk jockey at the Pentagon and I never investigated shit. I just sat at a desk and once in a while I try to look up UFO shit on my government computer, right? I'm not going to sell any books. I'm not going to get conference money or appearances. You got to have a better story than that. Look at this shit. Oh, this guy again. God, Stephen Greenstreet. God, he's got me too. While I don't report anywhere near your level, I too feel like I was purposely misled. Well, in fact, I know I was. I definitely put too much faith in some of the main knowledgeable sources. It didn't help that it was like pulling teeth with the Pentagon sometimes. So there we got two different journalists that are all saying that me, Lue Liesalotto, misled them, right? Brian Bender says, and Elizondo hasn't told tall tales. No one is clean in this and has been fully transparent or truthful. No one. Well, you know what? All these guys, I'm sick of all these guys. All these guys are going to ruin my book sales. Don't go telling people I misrepresented shit, even if I did. Look, I'm Lue Liesalotto. What do you think I'm going to do? I got UFO dollars. Look, and I got to tell you, I am here for the cash. I'm here to praise the UFO dollars, praise the cash, hallelujah, friends. What the hell? What the hell? What do you think I'm here for? And these people on the internet are going to try to ruin it for me. But I got a plan. I got a plan that's going to help me to get rid of these people. You all know about my sock puppet accounts. Well, today I'm going to sick my sock puppets. I'm going to sick them. I'm going to sick my sock puppets on these UFO researcher clowns on Twitter. That's what I do. I'm going to sick my sock puppets. My sock puppets are here. We got Faceless Bureaucrat. Hi. And we got, Faceless Whistleblower. Hi. Yeah, listen, what are you going to do to these clowns on the internet, Faceless Bureaucrat? Well, I'm going to smack the shit out of them, for one, especially that Stephen Greenstreet. He looks funny. Yeah, he does. What about you, Faceless Whistleblower? I'm going to dox them. I'm going to dox all those assholes, and then I'm going to threaten their family like an asshole. And then we'll get the Fister Goon Squad after them. And then we're all going to... I'm not sure. What should we do? Lue Liesalotto? Well, I think we ought to get him. That's what I think. We ought to just attack them with the Twitter fake accounts of mine. And these are not my fake accounts. These are my friends, right? These are my look. I got some real friends coming over next week, right? Yeah. Wait, you got real friends coming over? Or are they imaginary? No, real friends. I don't have imaginary friends. Okay, Faceless Whistleblower, I don't have imaginary friends. Yeah, listen to who you're telling that to. Oh, we're sock puppets. Yes. Yeah, and we're gonna get those critics. We're gonna fuck them up. Yeah, we ain't gonna let this shit continue. Yeah, we're gonna get them. All you people better stop talking shit on Lue Elizondo Liesalotto, okay? He's got a book to sell, and he does not appreciate you asshole researchers on the internet figuring out how much he lies. Yeah, we're tired of this shit. We're coming after you. Stephen Greenstreet, Jack Brewer, oh man, all of you. John from the Black Vault, Steve Campion, we're gonna get you. Get you. Yeah, we're gonna get him. Don't worry, Lou. We love you. We love you, Lou. We won't let anybody talk shit on you on the internet anymore. We love you, Lou. Yeah, Lou. You're a bro, bud. Me and you go way back. Since you were pissing your pants. Yeah, we're gonna get these clowns. We ain't gonna let them talk shit on you no more. Good, guys. I feel better because I'm gonna cry if these assholes keep talking shit on me on Twitter. Don't worry, Lou. We'll get them for you. Yeah, we'll get them. So see, you clowns are in for it now because I got some friends on Twitter that are going to come after you if you keep talking your smack on me. I'm tired of this shit. I got a book. My book is going to drop any day now. But the longer I take to drop the book, the less money I'm going to make because more and more shit is coming out that proves that I lie a lot. I lied to the New York Times, apparently. I lied to these journalists and misrepresented facts. Oh, man. I lied about running ATIP. I lied about what funding it had. It didn't have no funding. I just sat at a desk jerking off thinking about aliens. Oh. All right. I promised we would take some questions and comments from the live chat. So look at this guy. Collie Armstrong says he's a crook. Man, I'm going to get those sock puppets out for you. God damn it. We can't even trust him that he is drinking beer or apple juice. Look, if I want to drink on a stream, I'll drink on a stream. You losers. I'm not going to. Yeah. All right, listen. I got some good news, though, about tonight. All right? I reached out to an old friend of mine to get a musical guest because Steve Cambion's musical guests suck. And I wanted to get a good one. So we're going to have Corey Feldman tonight as a musical guest. Let's see. If anybody has any questions for me, Lue Liesalotto, please put them in all capital letters. And by the way, that reminds me, I have to do something right now. We're going to change the title. We're going to put both my names in the title. Oops. 1 second. We forgot to do that earlier. Oh, it's too long. Well, we almost got it. 1 second, friends. I have to do this because if I don't do it right now, I'll never do it. There we go. All right, we've modified the title. Any questions for me? Please put them in all capital letters. Questions for Lue Elizondo. Put them in all capital letters. Thomas Sweatbox. Oh, yeah. He's my buddy. He does all the dirty shit I won't do because, he's into dirty shit. Yeah, you all know that. All right. Kick Revival. Thomas Pester. No, it's my friend, Faceless Bureaucrat, and my other friend, Faceless Whistleblower. Oh, yes, we are destroying illusions with puppets. I use a lot of sock puppet accounts. I made those sock puppets to defend me. I made those sock puppets on Twitter that you see to defend me from people that are telling the truth every time I lie to people. And I made the sock puppets for tonight to defend me from those clowns on Twitter, making me look bad right before my goddamn book comes out too. It's terrible. It's terrible. Terrible. Oh, and we got one other thing to share. We have something from the Sixth Sense, I think. Oh no, he only put it in the live chat. Sixth Sense DM me that Lue Elizondo video that you had. Oh, okay. All right, yeah. We're gonna share something else from this Manny guy, because there's some other shit that people need to know about. Uh-oh. Yeah, there's something else that makes this whole story really slimy. Hold on. We're going to share it. All right.
I knew this was breaking news for the front page of the New York Times.
Former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Intelligence.
This is fair use. Transformative work. We're educating the public.
And chose the New York Times to break the story.
I received the videos, the now famous videos in the Pentagon parking lot from a Defense Department official. I still have the originals in the packaging. This is a case where somebody bent the rules a little bit, and they did so for the larger good, and we're absolutely all better off because of it.
Damn it. So Christopher Mellon bent the rules. I bent the rules. How did the videos get from me declassifying them? Who was that defense intelligence or defense? Who did he say? Somebody walked those videos out to Christopher Mellon into the Pentagon parking lot, who would then take them right to the New York Times and the TTSA, and we would all profit from it for years. We're still profiting from it. We got a TV show deal based off those videos that I declassified and more. I've been making money off of those 3 stupid videos since 2017. And I got to tell you, listen, I've been making money off of those videos since 2017. And I love money. Okay? That's why I'm here, you dumbasses. It ain't about disclosure. There ain't going to be no goddamn disclosure. I don't know shit. I don't know any more shit than you about the goddamn aliens flying around in the sky. I don't know any more shit than you about UFOs or what they are or where they come from. I just made up shit. And by the way, I love to quote really terrible sources like the Sun newspaper in England, like Clinton had a baby from an alien. That's the quality of my research and shit that I share, including fake pictures. It's great. This is a great business. Now I'm working with all the other conners like Richard Doe Scam and Jimmy Needs Church. By the way, I want to thank Jimmy Needs Church for putting Christina Gomez there, who just wrote me a love letter blog defending me and telling people that all these questions that these assholes on Twitter are asking don't matter, and I am the hero of disclosure. So I want to thank Jimmy Needs Church, and I want to thank Christina Needs Church even more Gomez, right, for writing a blog and defending me and telling people that all the questions that these people are raising, even though they got some good points and prove that I lied and lied and lied and lied again, don't matter. I need an echo chamber dumbass like Christina Needs Church Gomez to be there. And Jimmy Church put her there to help me with my public relations and to get more followers so that I can make a lot of money selling a goddamn book. Those are good people. Those are good UFO people. These other people with their goddamn facts and evidence asking these hard-ass questions, those are not good UFO people. Those are assholes. Because there is, Steve Cambion talks about this, there is an unwritten rule of ufology. You do not mess with another guy's scam, okay? You don't point shit out like that he lied. He's trying to sell his book, and you're trying to sell your shit. Shut up. Don't tell anybody that guy's lying. And just let me on your show and let me lie through my teeth over and over and over again, telling people shit that's just not true, misrepresenting facts, misrepresenting my background. Don't say shit. Just let me do it. I got a book to sell, okay? That's what this is about. And all these assholes on Twitter are trying to screw up my book sales. They are going to screw up my book sales because apparently I cannot be trusted to tell y'all the truth, okay? I can't tell all you people the truth because the truth is boring. The truth that I sat at a desk and had little to no involvement with UFOs the entire time I worked for the Pentagon is boring. That boring shit ain't going to sell books. I need to sensationalize this shit. I was the director of the Advanced Aerospace Bullshit Program. Ha ha! Sounds much better, don't it? Look, I got to do something about these Twitter assholes because the best way to ruin book sales is to let people start looking for the truth, okay? And finding out that I lied through my teeth over and over and over again. I just couldn't look, lie is a very strong word. Even though my name is Lue Liesalotto, lie is a very, very strong word, okay? You could say I misrepresented. You could say embellished, exaggerated, kind of like Nick Pope. Look, I pulled the same scam that Nick Pope did. Nick Pope, for those that don't know, was a British. He calls himself the British X-Files guy, right? The British version of Fox Mulder. And he claims that he worked for the Ministry of Defense investigating UFOs. But it turns out that guy lied through his teeth because Philip Glass and other people like that contacted the government and they said, nope, he didn't do shit with UFOs, had nothing to do with UFOs. He sat at a desk and that's it. He did not investigate shit, not UFOs or any other shit. He's a liar. So when I saw that Nick Pope, look, I got to be honest with you. When I saw that Nick Pope could just bold-faced lie about investigating UFOs for the government while he sat there at a desk doing nothing to do with UFOs, I got to tell you what I saw. Oh, I saw dollar signs. Praise the cash. Praise the UFO cash. Praise it. Praise that cash, sumbitch. If Nick Pope can make this UFO money lying through his teeth about investigating UFOs for the government of Britain, of England, then I know that these people, if they're so stupid they let Nick Pope get away with it, they're all going to let me get away with lying through my teeth saying that I, too, investigated UFOs for the United States government. I headed a program. I was the director. Oh, shit. Money. God, praise the money, praise the cash, praise the cash. If Nick Pope can get away with this shit, as soon as I saw Nick Pope can get away with this shit, he's all over TV. And they always say he investigated UFOs for the British government. But the truth is, Nick Pope didn't investigate shit for the British government. And as far as I go, well, I didn't investigate shit either. Not UFOs. You can't find any paperwork of my investigatory work into UFOs. And even Stanton Friedman famously said, show me the paperwork, right? There's no paperwork with my name on it about me investigating UFOs. It just does not exist. So, what can I say? What is the truth? I don't know. You don't know what the truth is. And another issue that I would like to address is that people say that I am a CIA psyop. Well, like that prick dark journalist. Oh, we forgot about him. Yeah, we forgot about that prick dark journalist. But we're going to get him too, right? I'm tired of that prick dark journalist saying that I work for the CIA, even though I do. I mean, I don't work for the CIA. Goddamn dark journalist. I'm going to sick my friends on him. Hi. I'm Faceless Whistleblower. And I'm coming for dark journalist. I'm going to get that son of a bitch. If he keeps talking shit on me, I mean, on Lue, I'm going to get that son of a bitch. Yeah, what are we going to do to that dark journalist bastard? He likes those suits of his, right? We ought to do something about that. Yeah, let's break in his house and cut all of his suits up, right? And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. He won't have no more Men in Black suits. So he won't be able to do any more shows telling everybody that I'm a goddamn CIA that you're a CIA disinformation agent. Yeah, let's get that prick dark journalist. I'm sick of that son of a bitch too. He's telling people I'm a CIA guy. He's been telling people that for a long time. Even though TTSA had something like 150 years of CIA experience. If you added up all the people on to the Kosh Academy. Shut up, don't tell him that. Oh, yeah, you're right. No, the TTSA had nothing to do with the CIA. It had nothing to do with the CIA. No, nothing to do. No, not CIA. Definitely not CIA. I'm definitely not CIA. I mean, Lue, you're definitely not CIA. Yeah, I'm definitely not a CIA agent. No. But we're going to get that prick. If he keeps on talking shit and telling people you work for the CIA, we're going to get that son of a bitch. Yeah, I think we ought to get him. We're gonna break in his house and cut up his suits, and then I'm gonna shit in his bed like Amber Heard. What? Yeah, haven't you heard? Amber Heard shit in Johnny Depp's bed. I'm gonna pull an Amber Heard on Dark Journalist. I'm gonna break into Dark Journalist's house when he ain't there, and we're gonna destroy his suits. Yeah, and then I'm gonna shit in his bed. Yeah, I'll shit in his bed too. Okay, we're gonna shit in your bed, Dark Journalist. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Dark journalist, you better stop telling people I'm in the CIA. Yeah, you better stop telling people I'm in the CIA. I mean, that Lue's in the CIA. I'm definitely not in the CIA. You dummies fell for it. Yeah, let's get that prick. All right, that's it. Dark journalist. All right, we got one more thing to share. You people ought to know that there is definitely a time limit to this type of a show, and we have already gone past it, but I love to spend some time here with you guys, so we're going to share one more thing from Six's Design. The Sixth Sense. All right, let's see. All right, here we are.
There's people in the Department of Defense that are working very hard.
Oh, 1 second, too. I got to get my banner up.
There's people.
Fair use. This is transformative work. We are educating the public about Lue Elizondo, Liesalotto.
In the Department of Defense that are working very hard on this topic. Then there's a support group of people that I consider like a support group that are also engaged in this topic. And by the way, they're active on Twitter. So you'd be surprised who on Twitter actually happens to be, fairly senior and actually working this topic. There are individuals that I'm aware of that have started to get engaged on social media because they've seen the real data and they know it's important and they're trying to help the cause with, of course, not trying to get in trouble, but it's working. It's happening. There's people.
So apparently there were CIA spies on Twitter who are very interested in UFOs and the UFO community. But I'm not one of those CIA spies. Not at all. All right. Yes, Moody Mongol, what are we doing tonight, Lou? The same thing we do every night, sock puppet. Trying to take over the world of UFOs. That's what we're here. Yes, Mike Gonvali, I'm going to leave a mint on that prick dark journalist pillow. Goddamn right I am. All right. Boy. Jimmy's cooch. Somebody talking about Jimmy Church's cooch. Look at that. Amy WC with kind and generous $10 super chat says, Lou, don't let Cambion get to you. He's nuts. Yeah, that prick. I told him, you know what I did? I just showed up on his door. I said, you better go bang your wife or something tonight, bro, because I'm hosting your show and I'm going to straighten this shit out. I'm not taking any more of this shit, right? Not taking any more of this shit. We're going to straighten this shit out. And, well, listen, this is a viewer-supported show. I'm supposed to remind everyone that this is a viewer-supported show. I want to thank Amy WC for the kindness, generosity, and support. This is a viewer-supported show. A few ways to support. You can do the PayPal donation, which there's good instructions on how to do that in the description of the video. You can also use Cash App. It's Truth Seeker Show on Cash App. And by the way, I want to thank somebody. First, we're gonna check in with the PayPal donation. See if we have anybody to shout out. We read every single person. We read every single person who sends a donation or a PayPal or a Cash App. We read every single one and we thank every person. All right. So first, we'll check in with the PayPal and see if there's anybody new to shout out. No, nobody new there, but there was a Cash App that I missed. I'm sorry, Steve Cambion missed. We have to make sure that we recognize that person. Oh, Stephanie Barton sent me $5 for a great show. So thank her as well for the kindness, generosity, and support of the show. I'm told that Stephen Cambion is working on getting somebody like Trixie for the ladies who sent, super chats or whatever. But in the meantime, we've got Trixie. So Trixie, thank these kind and generous people for their donations.
This is Trixie from Truth Seekers, thanking you for your generosity. I'm gonna praise the cash so hard, I'm gonna need a fake med bed to bring me back to life.
Oh, boy, those look great. I mean, she looks great, not those. Man, what a set of honkers on that one, right? Woohoo! Maybe I'll get a job with Steve Cambion when my UFO grift goes south and people find out that I'm a liar like all the other UFO saviors, like all the other UFO messiahs that came before me. Stephen Greer, Richard Dolan, all these people that tell you they're going to bring you disclosure. All they do, look, all of these UFO messiahs, including me, all they do, friends, is they line their pockets. That's what we're doing. We're out here like this. Get those UFO dollars. Grab them. Praise the UFO cash. We're not bringing you disclosure. We're not bringing you shit. What we're bringing is a lot of cash into our own bank accounts. And you stupid people keep buying it and believing in us. Dumbasses. All right. Yeah. All right. Here's what we got to do. Oh, there's some mass critics in the audience, but that's okay. Well, look, friends, we've gone well beyond the time I'm supposed to spend in this getup. I just want to come here and straighten some shit out. And all these internet critics have been put on goddamn notice now. So I ain't going to take any more shit. I got a book to sell. Y'all, if you could all just shut the hell up, right? Could you all just shut the hell up for like 6 months so I could get the book published and out there and do my Rogan appearance so that I can make a lot of money and then I'll go away. and you can all pick apart all my lies for the next 5 years, but I got a book to sell, and you assholes are ruining it for me with your facts and your evidence and your documentary films questioning me and shit. And I'm sick of it. Me and my sock puppet buddies are coming after you assholes. All right. So I mentioned we have a very special musical guest tonight. We're going to play us out with my old friend Corey Feldman. So he kindly said that he would do a live performance for us. He's in the studio next door with some special friends. Corey Feldman is, and he's going to be doing. He's going to be performing one of his new songs. So I'm very excited about that. I don't know about you guys. So what else can I say? I'm Lue Liesalotto, and I lie a lot. And the truth, look, Steve Cambion says 3 things cannot long be hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. And he also says it is much better to be hurt by the truth than to be comforted by a pretty lie. And on that note, I'm out here. And you losers, why are there so many losers in Steve Cambion's live chat? You bunch of worms and losers. This is a skeptical bunch of assholes. Kind of like those assholes on Twitter that keep on catching me lying. I'm sick of this shit. All right, look, I got to get out of here. I got to fly back home and come up with some new lies to cover my old lies and some more shit to sell people and more shit to talk about on all the podcasts that I go on with less than 1,000 subscribers because I'm an intellectual coward and a weakling, and I cannot withstand real questions like from somebody like Steve Cambion, okay? I'm not coming on this show and letting him grill me. I look like an asshole. All right. Good night, friends. And let's celebrate the music with my old friend Corey Feldman. Good night, friends.
For us is a brand new song. What's this song about?
The song is about, it's called What Up With Youth, and it's about what's up with the youth in America today, gang violence, drugs, and that kind of thing, trying to make the world a better place.
Hey, I can relate to that, for sure. Let me tell you something, man, I'm not kidding. I really think that's good for the youth, you know?
You wrote this yourself?
Yeah. You wrote it yourself?
Wrote it and produced it, yeah.
Let's hear it for Corey right now with his song. Let's all start dancing, baby. Go ahead, Corey. Yeah, hey, yeah. All right. Well, hey, Corey, how are you? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, it was great, everybody. That's it for Club Howie this week. The great Corey Feldman. What's up with you? Come on. I'm too sexy for my butt cheeks. Too sexy for my butt. I'm too sexy. I'm too sexy for my butt.
Good evening. This is Trixie reporting exclusively for Truth Seekers, where we use absolutely no gimmicks whatsoever. We just give you the cold, hard facts. So Truth Seekers, what I need you to do right now
been cheated out of money? Also, do you feel you have wasted time and want that compensation for that lost time? Here at Carundrum & Son, we will help you get that settlement that you really deserve. Have you been scammed, lied to, or have been disinformed by this man? You may be eligible for up to $100,000. So call now.
And the answer is quite succinctly no. And how do we know that? Well, for several reasons. First of all, I had access to all those programs, and those type of programs, you don't typically test these type of secret aircraft in and around areas where you're doing active maneuvers. You tend to test them at secret test ranges like Area 51.
If ever there's someone who's really shifted the paradigm for so many, it is Lue.
Lue is a lying, cheating, stealing, not money-making, but will be a money-making dude soon.
Was chosen to be that man. Can you say amen?
Is the sheer magnitude of the infrastructure that has been built out underground and off planet with the help of various ET groups, many of which are highly benevolent and really do want our best interests in mind.
Are you serious?
It's ridiculous. And this is what he wants you to pay him money for.
Thank you for all the shows you go on, making yourself available.
You know, I'm done.
I've been recording and documenting everything that has happened to me for the last 10,000 years.
Are you serious?
What? What?
Too much belief in bullshit in ufology.
It was a classic disc-shaped craft. The years later, there was a report.
In life. I mean, my goodness.
Are you serious?
More than a little tired. Because you see, I don't know about you, but I am tired.
Like inside of a glass. Then he said to me in our first talk ever, I'll never forget this, because I'm talking to a fighter pilot and I got to talk fighter pilot, and I don't, and he says to me, it noticed me. I go, what do you mean it noticed you?
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 Corbell.
Well, I'm Pastor Paul Begley, and this is the coming apocalypse.
They don't exist!
What are they doing here? Why? Where are they from? What do they want?